Right, we're going to get on with the proceedings, but a little bit of housekeeping. I forgot to mention the hotel, UBR. It's where the trust stays when we go out and do our surgery. Fantastic beachside hotel. 7 nights, half board. Must be worth at least £2,000. And the other one, of course, of interest, I think it's number 13 or 33, is the night with the VIPs. It's with Paul Farbrace. He is the England #2 England coach. Dennis Wise, ex-Chelsea international. Mark Ramprakash, Housewife's favourite, and of course myself. And the trustees will be there as well. So a great night in Langhams for 4 people, I think it is. And it's a very worthy cause, which certainly as chairman of both charity and the football club, I'm very, very happy to support.
In 2004, Sri Lanka was one of a number of countries around the Indian Ocean that were crippled by the tsunami. Many thousands of people were killed. Over 1,500 alone were killed when the Colombo to Galle train was hit by huge waves just a few kilometres from Galle town centre.
To help the local doctors on the ground, to provide them with, if possible, additional equipment and motivation to do this type of work.
More recently, we're trying to look at more wider fundraising to see whether there's items of equipment and whether we can re-equip and better equip the unit in Sri Lanka to do the job which they're doing.
Effect between her small and large chamber of her heart, which stunted her growth and affected her breathing, and thus ability to enjoy normal child play activities. Dr. Marilyn McDougall prepared her for surgery. After a 3-hour procedure, Manushi was woken from anaesthetic and moved to the intensive care unit, where Mercy Mission specialist staff took over her care. For all parents, the trauma, shock and stress of having a sick child, let alone experience a child having major heart surgery, is highly emotional. The Mercy Mission paediatric ICU staff are always on hand to comfort parents, explain the process and help them through the experience.
So we've had a look at Manushi's heart now, and we're very happy with the repair. It all looks very good, heart function looks excellent as well, and there's no reason to do any further surgery here. She will need to continue to see a cardiologist every year or 2, but things look very good here, and she's had a good result. I'm sure she'll do very well.
A very happy mum and daughter get great news. Away from the hospital, and whilst the medics carry on with surgeries, the chairman meets the headmaster of St Aloysius College, a school of over 3,500 boys aged 11 plus. At the welcoming ceremony, each child was given a GFC Take Heart t-shirt, which they wore with pride. The GFC coaches and local groundsmen prepared the first session, and after speeches and both national anthems being sung, it was down to work. Eckhart is well respected and regarded highly by the local medical professionals who welcome the team back each year with open arms.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to the chairman of the Take Heart Mission, Mr. Paul Scully. Click of a button. Ladies and gents, before I start, firstly I'd like to welcome up my fellow trustees, Professor John Simpson and Dr. Conor Lostin. We'll try and get through the formal part of the evening fairly quickly, but come on up, John and Conor. It's a fantastic honour for me to be chairman of the trust. Nurses, the theatre staff, the intensive care staff, please to stand up, because you all do this work for nothing. We're very proud of you. So we can have all the other evening staff please stand up and give a big round of applause. They give up their holidays. They go to Sri Lanka for absolutely nothing. They do a tremendous job, and we absolutely couldn't do the job without them. So thank you all very much to the staff and for all your support. We keep coming every year. I'm going to pass you over to the two very important men up here. Conall Austin, who's our heart surgeon. I owe Conall a special vote of thanks because I had a little problem with my heart in October, and after 5 bypasses, Conall managed to fix me. So thanks, Conall. The moral of the story is always choose your mates carefully and make sure you got a mate who's a heart surgeon. So, ladies and gents, I'd like to hand you over to Conall to say a few words. Conall Austin.
Without Paul actually has put all this together for us. He funds our trips. It's about 6 years now. Initially I set this charity up with John and Jane and Andrew Jerwood, who's in the crowd tonight. And we've actually done, over the past 16 years, we've done 235 operations. To put that into context, in 52 weeks in a year, I would do about 150 operations in the UK, so it's very hard work in 15 weeks. But thanks to Paul, we raised the money. John and I are greatly in debt to our sponsors who provide us with the money to go out to Sri Lanka to do these operations.
Thanks, Paul. A little bit about, some people will say, why would you give to us? As I've said always, we are cheap. As we said, if you bring someone to the UK for heart surgery, it will be, your deposit is about £30,000 to £40,000. We do 20 operations for less than that. So it's good bang for buck. There's no kind of people sitting in the middle. And so I think we represent good value for money. Aside from the patients we operate on, we see about 150, 200 patients each time we go, and a lot of those patients are set up for heart surgery locally because they will take on some of the things that we see locally, and some of those we can't operate on, we can say to them, look, this is not, there's no point in an operation, and that actually helps the families as well. So we think we're kind of worthy of your consideration, and I couldn't say more about the team that go with us and the support we've had from Paul and the club, and I hope that you'll support us. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Conall. Thank you, John. I think we've seen from the video, and both myself and Sarah have lost a son, and there are probably people in the room that have lost a child. And I think everyone knows and can imagine the pain of a parent who loses a child. And one of the things that is really touching for me in Sri Lanka is that we save most of the children that we operate on. There are 1 or 2 that don't. So that brings me on really. We're going to move on now. The auction's got an hour and a bit I think to run, more or less, and if we can make the auction work and make that money tonight, then obviously we'll be off again in September doing the same job we've been doing for the last few years. And just to finish, when I went into hospital on the 31st of October last for an operation I didn't know I even needed, I woke up the next day. It was a Saturday. I went in. I was operated on, I think, at 8 o'clock in the morning. Not many people knew about it because I sort of slipped in without telling anyone, apart from my wife. And Conall came and did the operation, and I woke up and it was the next day. And I remember coming round and it was 6 o'clock on a Sunday night, 1st of November, I think. And Conall rocked up in his ridiculous knitted jumper that he must have got from his grandmother sometime, looking very stupid at 6 o'clock in the evening. I didn't realise I'd been out for 28 hours. And Conall came into and I was on the phone actually because I was trying to work out what was going on, and I was trying to find out what happened with our game the day before. We played Fleetwood away, and no one would tell me the result, which was worrying. And Conall rocked up and he said, Paul, I've got 2 things to tell you. He said, firstly, when I opened up your heart, I couldn't get any of my probes into any of your arteries, so he said, I don't know how you were still walking, which was a bit of a shock. And I said, well, what's the other thing? He said, well, your team got beat 2-1 at Fleetwood yesterday. So I turned up the gas. And but seriously, it's lovely to be here. It's a privilege doing what we're doing. And with your support and help, we're going to carry on doing it year in, year out and improve what we do. So
We've had a lovely three-course meal tonight, and the chairman has since done his take part presentation, which is quite a humbling experience in truth. Obviously, hearing all the stories of the youngsters that are poorly, and the work that the fund and the Mercy Mission do every year is absolutely brilliant to listen to, and obviously it hits a bit closer to home when the fact that the chairman's lost a child himself, and the very same surgeon actually operated on Mr. Scully himself back in the autumn. And you can tell the way he talks that he's very close to the surgeon and a lot of other members of the team that go out to Sri Lanka every year, and it's been a great evening so far. It's just started, obviously the football pitch tends to be over a bit now. We've had the raffle, and as you can hear in the background the music's playing, but all in all a brilliant night so far and a very humbling experience. Just leaving the charity ball now. It's been a brilliant evening. Got to speak to the chairman himself, which was great, and obviously he's very passionate about the work that the fund does and the Mercy Mission does every year. Just about to get run over. But no, all seriously, it's been a really good evening. It's really good insight into the work that everyone involved with it does, and the hard work and the stress and everything that goes into putting these trips together is brilliant. And obviously they can't be done without the support of plenty of people who've donated plenty more than I have this evening. Some of the bids going in for the auction items is brilliant. I mean, you're looking into thousands of pounds, which is great, and people are dipping into their pocket all evening, which is wonderful to see. All in all, a great evening, a great cause, and yeah, like I said, a humbling experience. Anyway, that's enough from me tonight. So, as always, thanks for watching. My advice would be, if you wasn't sure of what this was about beforehand, please get involved next year and in further years after that, because it's a really good charity, and like I say, a worthwhile cause. I can't repeat myself enough. Anyway, cheers for watching, and until next time, up the Jills. Just leaving the charity ball now. It's been a brilliant evening. Got to speak to the chairman himself, which was great, and obviously he's very passionate about the work that the fund does and the Mercy Mission does every year. Just about to get run over. But no, all seriously, it's been a really good evening. It's really good insight into the work that everyone involved with it does, and the hard work and the stress and everything that goes into putting these trips together is brilliant. And obviously they can't be done without the support of plenty of people who've donated plenty more than I have this evening. Some of the bids going in for the auction items is brilliant. I mean, you're looking into thousands of pounds, which is great, and people are dipping into their pocket all evening, which is wonderful to see. All in all, a great evening, a great cause, and yeah, like I said, a humbling experience. Anyway, that's enough from me tonight. So, as always, thanks for watching. My advice would be, if you wasn't sure of what this was about beforehand, please get involved next year and in further years after that, because it's a really good charity, and like I say, a worthwhile cause. I can't repeat myself enough. Anyway, cheers for watching, and until next time, up the Jills.